Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At Royal Rumble 2023, Sami Zayn betrayed Roman Reigns, marking the moment when the bloodline started to crumble, or so we thought. What if there was a moment much before the Royal Rumble where WWE showed the fans that the bloodline's downfall was beginning? Back in August 2022, former NXT champion Karrion Kross returned to WWE with Scarlett Bordeaux by his side. He ambushed Drew McIntyre when the Scottish Warrior was making his way to the ring to confront Roman Reigns. After taking down the former WWE champion, Kross turned his attention towards the tribal chief. He pointed at Reigns' Universal Championship belt, indicating his interest in pursuing the gold. Following that, Bordeaux ominously left an hourglass in the ring. The former undisputed WWE champion and the Usos were left in astonishment and shock. Interestingly, a fan theory suggests that this was the moment when the bloodline started to crumble. It's possible that Kross had a bigger game in his mind than simply going after the championship. The hourglass indicated that Reigns' luck was about to run out, and he would soon lose everything. Following this, Sami Zayn betrayed him, the Usos turned their back on him, and he lost the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. Currently, Kross is trying to convince Sami Zayn to embrace the dark side. If he succeeds, his next target can be the Usos. Finally, WWE can circle back to the hourglass moment, where Karrion Kross reveals to Roman Reigns that his time is finally up, and everybody who stood by him at one point are now on Kross' side. The OTC's last WWE appearance was at Royal Rumble 2025. He left the arena after being brutalized by Seth Rollins ringside. On the following WWE Raw, the Visionary claimed that his former stablemate was out indefinitely, owing to the injury he caused. Reigns couldn't punch his ticket to WrestleMania at Royal Rumble, and it seems he will not be a part of the Elimination Chamber either. Whoever wins the men's chamber match will face Cody Rhodes at the Show of Shows for the undisputed WWE Championship. Given that both World Championships are accounted for, Reigns might be booked for a non-title match. As per recent reports, Triple H and WWE's creative team might be looking to book a triple threat match between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk after sowing the seeds for it at Royal Rumble 2025. Roman Reigns, born Lady Joseph Anoa'i, has emerged as one of the most polarizing figures in WWE history. As a member of the renowned Anoa'i family, Reigns carries the legacy of wrestling greatness. However, despite being a fan favorite for many and a central figure in WWE's narrative, his career has seen a series of ups and downs, particularly in recent years. Fans have seen him climb to the top of the WWE mountain only to face difficult setbacks, disappointing losses, and fluctuating fan reception. But the question remains, who is responsible for these tough times in Roman Reigns' career? While there are many factors to consider, there's one specific angle that may have been forgotten in the annals of WWE storytelling: the role of WWE's creative direction, including decisions made by Vince McMahon and other influential figures that have significantly impacted Reigns' journey. A star on the rise. Roman Reigns first entered the WWE spotlight as part of the faction known as The Shield, alongside Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. The trio debuted on the main roster in 2012, immediately capturing attention with their dominant, no-nonsense approach to WWE storytelling. Reigns, with his tall, chiseled physique and his quiet yet deadly demeanor, quickly became the powerhouse of the Shield. Their impact on the WWE product was immediate, and they became one of the most important groups in the company's history. By 2014, however, it became clear that WWE viewed Reigns as the future of the company. At the Royal Rumble that year, Reigns eliminated a record-breaking 12 superstars in a single Rumble match, an accomplishment that firmly placed him in the spotlight as the potential new face of WWE. Despite the overwhelming fan support for Daniel Bryan, WWE's apparent focus on Reigns was evident, and the writing seemed to be on the wall for him to emerge as the top star in the company. Creative overreach and backlash. The momentum Reigns had built over his time with the Shield was not enough to quell the fans' desire for an underdog story. The company's plan to make Roman the face of WWE began to backfire, as it became more and more apparent that WWE's creative direction for Reigns wasn't resonating with the audience. Fans felt that WWE was forcing Reigns down their throats, even though the timing wasn't quite right. Reigns was portrayed as the unstoppable, larger-than-life hero, an archetype that the audience simply wasn't connecting with. As WWE officials continued to push Reigns, the company often ignored or downplayed the reactions of the fans. Reigns would face backlash in various ways, including the rejection of his performances and, notably, at WrestleMania 31 in 2015, where he would go on to defeat Brock Lesnar in the main event, only to be overshadowed by Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank cash-in. While Reigns was still positioned as the next big star, the way WWE handled his character often felt like a mismatch with what the audience wanted. Fans were hungry for someone to break the mold, to go against the grain, and bring an unpredictable and captivating character to the forefront. However, WWE's insistence on Reigns fitting into the superhero role created an atmosphere of resentment. Fans wanted depth, complexity, and a character they could relate to. Instead, Roman Reigns became a symbol of WWE's failure to listen to its audience and adjust its storytelling accordingly. The root of the problem: Vince McMahon's influence. A key figure who played a role in shaping Roman Reigns' tough times in WWE is none other than Vince McMahon, the WWE chairman and CEO. McMahon's vision for WWE, especially in the 2010s, was about producing larger-than-life characters who would serve as the company's mainstream icons. For McMahon, Reigns was the embodiment of this ideal. While McMahon is known for his wrestling acumen and passion for storytelling, his decision-making at times seems to be disconnected from what the fans were calling for. Vince's view of Reigns was that of the next Cena, someone who could be the face of WWE for years to come. Unfortunately, McMahon failed to account for the changing tastes of the WWE audience. By the mid-2010s, WWE fans had begun gravitating towards more nuanced, rebellious, and sometimes anti-hero characters like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. These characters had an authenticity that the audience could connect with. On the other hand, Reigns was constantly pushed as the all-American hero, often painted as the WWE's corporate choice. His promos, though well-intentioned, often felt stale or too scripted, lacking the edge that would have made him feel more like a genuine star. The storyline choices were often too safe or forced, such as his constant involvement in programs that had no real story development or emotional depth. Vince McMahon, known for his belief in a clear-cut hero and villain narrative, continued to push Reigns as the central figure without adapting to the evolving times. His reluctance to pivot from this approach is arguably the source of much of Reigns' struggles in those years. While Reigns was undeniably talented, it became clear that the audience wasn't ready for the perfect hero character that WWE wanted him to be. The fan backlash. Roman Reigns' tough times became most apparent during the WWE Universe's resistance to his booking. The 2015 Royal Rumble match is a prime example of how the fans rejected Reigns' character at that time. Fans voiced their displeasure through chants of "This is boring" and "We want Daniel" when Reigns was forced into the final spots of the match. The backlash was so severe that Reigns' victory was met with boos, signaling a disconnect between WWE and its fan base. Even Reigns' victory at WrestleMania 32 against Triple H, which was supposed to solidify his place as WWE's biggest star, was met with mixed reactions. Fans simply didn't buy into the storyline, and it didn't help that WWE had failed to acknowledge Reigns' flaws or vulnerabilities. This lack of character development further hampered Reigns' ability to connect with the audience as the years went on. It seemed that WWE's over-reliance on Reigns led to more frustration among fans. In many ways, it felt as though WWE was pushing Reigns not because he was ready to take the mantle, but because the company needed him to do so. They needed someone to fill the role of the top babyface, and Reigns was the one they had anointed for the job, whether the fans were on board or not. The forgotten angle: the impact of Roman Reigns' health issues. While WWE's creative decisions and Vince McMahon's insistence on pushing Roman Reigns as a top babyface are well-documented factors, there is another, often forgotten, angle that has played a major role in Reigns' career trajectory. This angle has to do with Reigns' health issues, which have undoubtedly contributed to his tough times in WWE. Roman Reigns has faced a number of health challenges, the most notable being his battle with leukemia. In October 2018, Reigns shocked the world when he announced that he had been diagnosed with leukemia for a second time. This revelation led to him stepping away from WWE to focus on his health, marking a significant moment in his career. Reigns' departure was a turning point not only for his personal life, but also for his professional life. When he returned in early 2019, it was clear that WWE would need to reassess how they positioned him. His struggles with leukemia became an important part of his character development, and many fans felt a renewed sense of respect for him. However, the timing of his return also made it difficult for him to regain the momentum he had before his absence. WWE had continued to push other talents in his absence, including the rise of new stars like Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston, who also captured the hearts of fans. Reigns' return would force WWE to reevaluate not only his character, but also its overall creative direction. A new chapter: the Tribal Chief. It wasn't until 2020 that Roman Reigns truly began to shine as a top-tier character. His transformation into the Tribal Chief, aligning himself with Paul Heyman and embracing his Samoan heritage, revitalized his career in ways that fans had never expected. This heel turn allowed Reigns to showcase a more complex, layered character that resonated deeply with audiences in many ways. This shift represented what Reigns had needed all along: a character with depth, vulnerability, and an edge that the audience could get behind. The Tribal Chief persona was not just a rebranding, but a shift in Reigns' wrestling philosophy. By playing the villain, he was able to challenge the audience's expectations and redefine what it meant to be a top star in WWE. Conclusion: while Roman Reigns' tough times in WWE in recent years can be attributed to multiple factors, ranging from creative decisions, Vince McMahon's influence, fan backlash, and personal health challenges, the forgotten angle lies in how WWE's storytelling failed to evolve with the changing tastes of the fanbase. The company's unwillingness to take risks with Reigns' character left fans feeling disconnected from him for much of the 2010s. It was only through Reigns' eventual reinvention as the Tribal Chief that WWE managed to turn the tide and create a character that felt fresh, authentic, and compelling. The shift in narrative showcased not only Roman's personal growth as a performer, but also WWE's acknowledgement that fans need complexity and nuance in their top stars. Roman Reigns' journey serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between creative vision, fan engagement, and real-life circumstances. While Vince McMahon and WWE were certainly instrumental in shaping Reigns' career, it was ultimately Reigns' resilience and willingness to evolve that allowed him to become the superstar he is today. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.